In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to work on answering this second question. In the last video, what we did is we associated the Cypher Builder Cypher query back to this first question or first scenario, and we're going to work on the second one here. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go look at this Cypher Suite tool. When I come here, the first thing to do is I'm going to do File, New Cypher Suite, and I'm going to call this Movies Cypher. I'm going to do Create, and this works very similar to the Scenarios tool. You use the Add Cypher button to add Cypher statements. You can add multiple blocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, you can actually add Cypher here like this, but the Cypher editor is honestly not that good, but you can do it. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to copy and paste some Cypher I've written externally, and I'm going to just paste it in here like this. And then also this thing, to make this go away, you can click on this button here. You can click it to, like, if you want to insert one in the middle. But to get it to go away, you click that selection button. So here what we can do is we can also, much like the scenarios, we can put a title here. We'll call this like recommendations Cypher. And let's say you also got a requirement to, add some additional Cypher. Maybe your boss just said, hey, can we do this? And you're like, oh, sure. And so there's another Cypher query that you've got to take advantage of as well. However, this is not part of your model. So you're going to need to sort of synchronize that back to the scenarios later on if you want. So let's call this one genre query. And there we go. Now that we've got this, first things first, let's go back and associate this recommendations Cypher. We're going to associate this back to the scenarios. So I'm going to do the same thing before. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click this recommendation Cypher. Remember before, we've got our data model that we've been working with here. Also, you'll note that my scenarios are now all complete. I've got the green check mark here. These are all checked. Let's also validate that the Cypher is good. So we'll do validate Cypher, and everything matches up here. If I click this, this shows me the path. This shows me the other path acted in. It's basically a long path of acted in, going back and forth between movies and stuff, movies and actors or persons. But let's say we wanted to now add our genre query. So we want to add a scenario, which is, we'll call it count genres. And tell me what the most popular genre is. So you might even have data for this, but let's assume you do. We're going to associate this query. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to revalidate, and you'll see that there's an issue here, and then that genre is not in the model. So one way to fix this is you can click on it. It's going to give you these little buttons to add these things. So we can add genre. We can add the relationship here. So now we've got it. And let's revalidate. And something is still wrong. So I'm going to hover back over here. And it says, oh, okay. So we've added the node in the relationship type, but we're missing the property genre. So it can go down into this and inspect. So in order to fix that, you can't actually fix that here. There's no way to, oh, actually you can fix it here. Let's see. So let's do that. What was it called? Genre? Yeah, let's do that. And let's close it. And now, yeah, it doesn't show the properties, but it looks like it does let you add them. And if we validate, everything is good. So with that, we've now come back, and let's look and see what the path is for that. So that one's using this path here. So you can click around and see which parts of the Cypher queries, or which parts of your scenarios and their associated Cypher queries hit which parts of the model. The other thing you can do too, going back to the Cypher suite, is there's also validation here as well. So one thing you can do is we can pick the model from this perspective here, and we can also validate it this way. And the the syntax is very similar. Or I should say the functionality is very similar between the two. If I were to, like, for instance, like change something, like here, if I say like genre 1 and I run validate, I think it should fail. Yeah, so now it's going to fail. So I'm going to go back and recorrect that, and we'll revalidate. You'll notice here also it says database not connected. There is another feature as well where what will happen is there's a query rewriting functionality which will try to go progressively through your match patterns and to try to make sure that there's data there. So let's go ahead and we're going to connect to our database like this, and we're going to rerun the validation, and we'll see what happens. So now we see from a model perspective, both of our queries are good. The recommendation cipher, what's happened is it's saying, oh, I matched a person node, I'm good. I matched person acted in, I'm good. Person acted in a movie, I'm good. So on and so forth. It goes through the entire match pattern, just looking for data. Here, what it does, it says, oh, I matched movie, I'm good. Wait, I matched these other two things, no good. So now, not only do you have the validation from model perspective, you can also, if you connect to your database, you can determine if you've actually loaded data that conforms to these particular node labels and relationship types. And with that, that's the end of this video. I think we'll do one more video, and we'll talk about another debugging feature related to this tool. Thanks so much.